Stay tuned because Good Sports is coming up next. Kansas City Sports and Fitness is the magazine for sports fans in KC. Inside, we cover local sports and local teams, from pro to peewee and everything in between. And this month's free copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness includes the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC at places like the Kansas City Ice Center. And it's free, so pick one up today. Welcome to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine show. Good Sports is presented by Kansas City Chiropractic. Dr. Lynn McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic offer the care that can relieve pain and stress and improve overall health. For an appointment, call them at 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. And by the Surplus Exchange. Take a tax donation credit plus help KC students when you recycle your electronics and office furniture at the Surplus Exchange. For more information, visit surplusexchange.org or call 816-472-0444. Good Sports was recorded live on Saturday, December 20th. Welcome to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. I'm Steve Fish. I'm the publisher of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. Today we're here at Max Muscle Sports Nutrition, located at 15253 135th Street in Olathe. That's on the southwest corner of 135th and Black Bob, just a few doors down from the Starbucks. The certified fitness experts at Max Muscle Sports Nutrition can help you with diet and weight loss, sports supplements, fitness advice and guidance, and personalized nutrition plans. Now stop by and mention Good Sports or KC Sports and Fitness Magazine, and you can get a free nutritional consultation, plus save 25% off your next purchase. Visit them online at maxmusclekansascity.com or call 913-782-2222. Now, before we get started with the show, I want to tell everyone that our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness is available free at over 700 locations in KC, and with this month's issue, KC Sports continues to celebrate our 17th straight year covering sports in KC. Now, in our current issue of KC Sports, we feature an interview with the Chiefs' Ron Parker and analyze whether Alex Smith deserves elite quarterback status in the Chiefs Report, which is presented by the American Indian Center of the Great Plains. In our hockey report, presented by the Kansas City Ice Center, we write about the Winter Classic hockey tournaments and public skating sessions in December on the Outdoor Ice Pavilion. And in our college sports report, presented by the Surplus Exchange, we discuss whether KU has what it takes to make it to the Final Four. We discuss the inexperience of MU and their new coach, and we analyze how added depth will help K-State this season. Now, you can visit our website, kcsportspaper.com, to find a link to a list of locations where you can find Kansas City Sports and Fitness, and you can actually check out a PDF of the entire issue on our website as well. Now, I also want to mention that you can now get a free subscription to the digital version of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. All you have to do is email your name, your email address, cell phone number, and age to subscribe at kcsportspaper.com. That's subscribe at kcsportspaper.com, and then watch your email for the next issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness. And now joining us on Good Sports is today's host for the show. He's Josh Graves. He's the owner and the operator of Max Muscle Sports Nutrition in Olathe. Welcome to the show, Josh. Thanks for hosting us today.
Thanks for being here.
Really appreciate that. We're going to find out all the different things that are available and the services that are available here at Max Muscle Sports Nutrition when Josh and I talk today. But because this show will air at the end of December and the beginning of January, we want to start off by talking about how Max Muscle can help you with your New Year's resolution to lose weight and get in shape. You have a special Slim and Tone Challenge that people can take part in, Josh. Tell us about the program.
Basically, we are doing a weight loss challenge. We really want to focus on everybody's New Year's resolution and losing weight, toning up. We're actually giving away $250 to the winner.
Sweet.
And free supplements. So
Sweet.
If you're interested in getting a free plan and losing weight, looking good, you stop in and see us.
Now, it's a 90-day
It's a 90-day challenge.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yep. We just want to make sure it's safe weight loss. It's maintainable. We just want to do a full lifestyle change opposed to just get quick weight off.
Yeah, and so in 90 days, what would be the appropriate amount of weight that you should lose? Approximately. It's going to vary.
Everybody's body's different. So, we'd like to see, 10, 15 pounds would be good. I mean,
Sure.
We could get more aggressive, but 10 or 15 is always a good goal.
That's awesome. And when you sign up, you get a 20% off. Or
Yeah,
something
so
like
we're
that.
actually
and you get some goodies too.
Yeah, so we're actually running a sale. All the supplements and meal plans will be 20% off. You just put it in the bag and get 20% off. So
That is awesome. That's great. So how can people sign up? They just obviously
Just
come
stop
in
in the
here.
store, yep.
Stop in. What's the phone number here as
It's
well?
913-982-7345.
Okay, it's easy enough. What is there a deadline for sign up or
The
something like
end of
that?
January.
Oh, okay.
So we got
Okay.
a while. We want to make sure everybody has the time to stop in, kind of read the rules and all that good stuff.
Okay. So when somebody signs up for this thing, what's the first step that you go through with them? Which is what you go through with anybody that walks
everybody
through
that walks through the door, we're going to do a free body analysis. That's a good starting point. So that way we can see how much muscle, how much water you're holding, where your fat's at, and try to attack it. So.
Mm-hmm. And you use a machine. It's called the InBody 230.
Yes.
For that, what is it? And it measures all.
It basically does. Yeah, it does the analysis to where it can tell you how much fat you have, how much water you're holding, how much muscle, all that good stuff.
So you come up with a plan for these people. It includes obviously the nutrition and exercise and the supplements.
Yep.
And then you send them on their way. But then what's the next step for them? They come back, right?
Right. I mean, basically, so it's a customized plan. So everybody's plan is going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just like a cookie cutter plan.
Sure.
But we like to do a check-in or a weigh-in once a week. That's part of the requirement for the challenge. You got to step in and come in here for once a week. That way we can keep track, make sure you're actually trying.
Sure.
So.
Well, yeah, and the incentive of the $250 is a good thing as well.
Yeah.
Of course. What are some of the success stories? You've done this kind of a challenge before. What are some of the success stories
so
that you've had with people here in Kansas City?
Last year we've had a couple people. Our best, he lost over 90 pounds total.
Oh my!
So
over a longer period of time.
It was about 6 months, but it was a really awesome transformation.
That's just incredible. That is great, and it's a local person, obviously.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So one of the things also about your products is they're crafted by scientists that work specifically for your business, correct?
Yes. Yeah. So Max Muscle, we have our own products. Our doctor, Phil Harvey, actually does like all the ingredients, all that good stuff. So you can't go anywhere else. You get our products here.
Awesome. And so you can't find them anywhere else. But then when you walk in the door as well, there's a special, everybody that works behind the counter here has a certification.
Yeah, we're certified in nutrition.
Yeah, so that means you went through X amount of training.
Yep.
And all that stuff. That's great. So, and Max Muscle is a franchise, so you benefit from the fact that across the country, the best.
Yeah, so you're going to get the
ideas.
same experience at each Max Muscle you go to. It's
right.
Not everybody's good.
But as they know things and know how to share things with customers, it filters down to the different Max Muscles. Now, you guys are the only one in Kansas City? Is that right?
Yes, we are. Yep.
That's great. Tell us about some of the products that we see on the shelves behind us here.
We have our proteins, and then we're going to have behind me, it's going to be more of our sports performance and our weight loss section. Our best weight loss selling is probably Emerge. Emerge actually boosts your metabolism, allows you to burn more calories throughout the day, and suppress your appetite.
That's nice.
Yeah,
that would be good for the weight loss thing.
Yeah.
So fill us in on your hours and location and your website. You've got a Facebook page. Let's find out all those.
Yeah,
things.
so we're open from 10 to 8, Monday through Friday, on Saturday 10 to 7, and Sunday 12 to 5. We just changed that. So I just had to remember that. And then you just go on Facebook and look up Max Muscle Kansas City. And
you'll see a picture of Josh that we just took here.
Yeah.
On the set.
Yes.
On the set. That's awesome. And everybody should sign up for the 90-day Slim and Tone Challenge. Just call 913-782-2222 for more details. Thanks so much, Josh, for joining us today and for hosting us. Happy holidays to you as well.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. You are watching or listening to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine show. We're coming to you from Max Muscle Sports and Nutrition, which is located on the southwest corner of 135th and Black Bob in Olathe, just a couple of doors down from Starbucks. I'm Steve Fish. We'll be right back. Coming up next, we talk about Kansas City's top sports stories of 2014 with KC sports writer David Smale.
Probably about half of us should have lost our credentials that night because you're not allowed to cheer in the press box. But fortunately the windows were open, and when the ball got past Donaldson at third base and Cologne came around third with the winning run in the bottom of the 12th, about half of us should have lost our credentials because we were screaming.
Come on out to the Kansas City Ice Center and skate on the outdoor ice pavilion or the indoor ice rink. And sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes at the Kansas City Ice Center. The KCI Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information on public skating times, to register for a class or schedule an upcoming party or group event, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033.
With the current trend to live a greener lifestyle, many people and businesses now recycle their electronics. At the Surplus Exchange, your e-waste will never go to a landfill or incinerator, nor will we allow e-waste to be shipped overseas. Some companies employ this tactic and end up polluting other countries with our waste. All materials are safely tracked, destroyed, or reclaimed right here in the U.S. The Surplus Exchange is Kansas City's link between industry, charity, and the environment. To find out more, visit surplusexchange.org.
These days, we're all so busy, and many of us ignore our health and let stress turn into chronic pain. Dr. Lynn McIntosh from Kansas City Chiropractic can provide you with the proper care to relieve pain and stress, improve your health, and get more out of life. And right now, get a free 30-minute massage with your initial visit. Just mention KC Sports when you make your appointment. For more information on Dr. McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic, call 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. Experience a touch of the Ozarks at Winterstone Golf Course in Independence and take advantage of the Pro Shop Holiday Sale. Visit the Winterstone Pro Shop at 17101 East Kentucky Road in Independence. Find them online at winterstonegolf.com or call 816-257-5755. Sign up now to get a free subscription to the digital version of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. Just email your name, email address, cell phone, and age to subscribe at kcsportspaper.com. Are the Chiefs' playoff possibilities in peril? Does KU have what it takes to get to the Final Four? Find out in this month's Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. Plus, check out the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report, the KCI Center Hockey Report, the Youth Soccer Report, the U.S. Army Top Performers, and the American Indian Center of the Great Plains Chiefs Report. KC Sports wishes everyone a happy holidays. And remember, our magazine is always free, so pick one up today. Hope to go to college or have your child attend college on an athletic scholarship? Believe it or not, the process starts as a high school freshman. Learn what it takes from Mike Taylor in his book, 10 Powerful Strategies to Get an Athletic Scholarship. Contact Mike at 913-701-0270 for more information. Visit Max Muscle Sports Nutrition in Olathe and get a free nutrition consultation plus save 25% on your next purchase. Max Muscle Sports Nutrition is located at 15253 West 135th Street in Olathe. That's on the southwest corner of 135th and Black Bob near Starbucks. So stop in today and save 25% on your next purchase and visit maxmusclekansascity.com. Welcome back to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, the show that complements Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. I am Steve Fish. Today we're here at Max Muscle Sports Nutrition, located at 15253 135th Street in Olathe, and that's on the southwest corner of 135th and Black Bob, just a few doors down from Starbucks. The certified fitness experts at Max Muscle Sports Nutrition can help you with diet and weight loss, sports supplements, fitness advice and guidance, and personalized nutrition plans. Stop by and mention Good Sports or Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine, and you can get a free nutrition consultation, plus save 25% off your next purchase. Visit them online at maxmusclekansascity.com or call 913-782-2222. Now, in our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness, check out our Youth Soccer Report. This month we feature a story on the Kansas Youth Soccer Association and read about our U.S. Army High School top performers as well. You can pick up your copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness at over 700 locations, including Eagles Landing Golf Course, both Minsky's on Berry Road, the Kansas City Ice Center, and right here at Max Muscle. And coming up on January 10th, we will be back here at Max Muscle in Olathe, and Max Muscle, again, is located on the southwest corner of 135th Street in Black Bob by Starbucks. In early January, we will be out at the Eye Care Primary Care Clinic located at 550 Rush Creek Parkway near Liberty Hospital. And later in January, we will be out at the Kansas City Ice Center, and the KCI Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. Now, if you have a business and you're interested in having us come out to do a show at your business location, Call Good Sports at 913-764-2050. And now you can view Good Sports on YouTube. All you have to do is search for the Good Sports KC channel. And now joining us here at Max Muscle Sports Nutrition is David Smale, and he's been writing for Kansas City Sports and Fitness for way over 9 years, I think. He covers K-State for us, plus other assignments, which includes the Kansas City Ice Center stories that you'll see each month in KC Sports. He's written 13 books on sports. 4 of those are on K-State. Now, my favorite was his book on the Florida Panthers' run for the Stanley Cup in 1996. And David joins us now right here at Max Muscle. Welcome, David.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
So people can read David's articles in our current issue by picking them up at over 700 different locations across the city. And you can also check them out online at kcsportspaper.com. And today, because this show will air at the end of the year, in the beginning of 2015, David and I are going to kind of touch on some of the top stories, sports stories in KC in 2014. And, of course, we all know what the biggest story was in 2014, but we'll go through a few others first. And we'll start with the Chiefs. And David outlined this, and he used this term. One of the top sports stories is the Chiefs, and I hope I can pronounce this, schizophrenia. Starting at 0-2, going 7-1, going 0-3, and now at this taping they're 1-0, and we'll see what happens. It's always a battle for them to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, it is, and I'm not sure what the problem is. You know, the 0-2, the Tennessee game, I still can't figure out what happened there. Losing at Denver is nothing to be embarrassed about. Then going 7-1, you're saying, okay, and they're hitting their stride, and then they lose at Oakland. And that just makes no sense. Even looking back on it, it still makes no sense. The other 2 losses in that 0-3 streak, those are understandable. Now they're getting hot again. We'll see what happens, with the last 2 games. They could still make the playoffs. And this is the year when we're saying they have no chance, that they'll probably go on a run in the playoffs, but who knows?
Yeah, that's the schizophrenia continued. Yeah, and after a great 2013 season, they had a disaster in the playoffs, and this was in 2014. Was that disaster with the playoffs, was that a foreshadowing of things to come this season?
I don't think so. I think basically they did more than they should have last year. Okay. Making the playoffs was a stretch, and they ran up against a team. Now, they ran up against a team that was better than they were,
sure,
but they also should have won that game. They had such a big lead, they should have won that game.
Right.
And, blowing that big lead may have been a precursor to what's coming. But the pass defense has been pretty good this year. Part of it is because they can't stop the run until they get in the red zone.
Right.
But their pass defense is the best in the league statistically. Now, we all know that's not – statistics are not always the accurate representation. But statistically, they're a very good pass defense. So who knows? That schizophrenia may have started last year.
Yeah, I think it goes farther back than that, really. But one of the positives is Jamal Charles becoming the all-time leading rusher. That's a nice plus. Derek Johnson was supposed to become the all-time leading tackler had he not been injured. So some really good things, and then just some new guys whose faces have really shined. Nile Davis, D'Anthony Thomas, Travis Kelce. I know you wrote about a couple of those guys in KC Sports, and people can check that out. Let's roll over to college sports. I'm going to let you take the lead there on which one we've got several of them. We've got Mizzou, K-State, and KU all covered here, but which one do you want to start with?
I think the biggest story in college sports in the Kansas City area is, and it pains me to say this, is Missouri winning its second straight SEC East championship.
We should explain why it pains you. Of course, going back to my introduction, 4 books on K-State. There we go. Okay, continue.
Right. No, I admire Gary Pinkel. I think he's a great coach. A couple years ago when things were not going well for him, the people wanting to run him out needed a different hobby because he's a great coach. But yeah, I think even though the SEC East was down and it was the weaker division for sure, they still had to win in crunch time, and they did. And that, I think that's a big accomplishment. Obviously, Big 12 doesn't have divisions, but anytime a local team wins a division like that, I think that's the biggest story. The other stories that I would focus on is KU keeps reloading. They had their unfortunately traditional collapse in the NCAA tournament.
And this is basketball.
This is basketball.
Yeah,
K-State keeps overachieving with the talent they have. They're good enough to get into the tournament, and I don't know that they're going to be good enough to get in the tournament this year, or next spring. But we'll see about that. And then I think the other big story was the coaching change in football at KU. I think everybody recognized now Charlie Weiss was not the right answer, and I'm disappointed as a Kansan, knowing Clint Bowen a little bit, that he didn't get the job.
Right.
But we'll see what David Beatty does, and I think they've got. I think they're going about things the right way.
Here's the startling story to me: Weiss is now being paid by KU $7 million and Notre Dame $19 million not to coach.
Mm-hmm. It might be worth it for KU.
It might be, but oh my gosh, why do they sign these guys for these contracts? That just doesn't make any sense to me at all. Yeah. Well, we've got about 5 minutes or so left. Let's roll over to the Royals and talk about that, and then if we get a chance, we'll squeeze Sporting Kansas City in there as well. Top story of the year is definitely everything that happened with the Royals. You were there for all the home games. Mm-hmm. And you're a almost lifetime I know you're not a lifetimer, but almost lifetime Kansas City person and a huge fan. Just fill us in on your take on this as a fan as well as a reporter.
And that was the hardest part. There were the press box was full for all the games. In fact, for the World Series, we were in the auxiliary press box, which is the 390 lounge down the left field line. But for the wild card game, I was in my normal seat, which is the press box behind home plate. And probably about half of us should have lost our credentials that night because you're not allowed to cheer in the press box. But fortunately the windows were open, and when the ball got past Donaldson at third base and Cologne came around third with the winning run in the bottom of the 12th, about half of us should have lost our credentials because we were screaming, we were yelling, and we were celebrating. And I'll tell you, I was talking to quite a few of the media members that I know through the years in the dugout before Game 7 and said, "Did you ever really believe the Royals would ever be back in the World Series?" And the overwhelming opinion was no.
Really?
And there were a few guys, a few guys who, whose checks are signed by the Royals, shall we say, who say, "Oh yeah, I knew it. I didn't think it would happen this year, but I knew that they were building for it." And I was like, I didn't think it was going to happen. Just the economics of baseball. I didn't think it would happen. And it was an amazing run. It was a wild run. And I think not only the story of the year in Kansas City, but this will be one of the top 10 stories nationally.
Oh yeah.
Across the country with what the Royals did, the way they did it, the most improbable run possible. And now you hear, the different teams talking about they're signing. This is free agent time. They're signing free agents. We want to do what the Royals did last year. The Royals are relevant again, and it was a fun ride.
It sure was, and what's really interesting is many years ago when Dayton Moore first came in and became the general manager, you and I interviewed him for a radio show, and it just kind of surprised me that here we were, 8 or 9 years later or something like that, and we're watching this thing. I think in addition to that, the emergence of Mike Moustakas and, of course, Hosmer and Lorenzo Cain as bona fide stars. Hopefully they know how to play the game the way it needs to be played for next year from this experience. And then, of course, another story is Billy Butler leaving. I don't know that it was a big-time story, really, because we all kind of knew it was coming, but it's a piece of that team.
Yeah, well, the people that are looking at it from a personality standpoint, Billy was a great guy, is a great guy, and he was a fun guy to interview. He was always available. He was getting pretty good at coach speak, not really answering your question, but he's a really good guy. But they couldn't pay him $10 million a year to be the DH. And I'm a little surprised they spent as much money on Kendrys Morales as they did, but even that's still a little bit less, and Morales has potentially more power. It's a business, and it's sad. Billy's a good guy. Sad to see him go, but it's understandable.
For sure. So let's talk a little bit. We've got about a minute or so. Let's talk about Sporting Kansas City. They had some good things, and a local boy did really good.
Yep. They I think. Three, as I sent you a list earlier this week, 3 story ideas. One, the early exit, and I think they simply wore out because they were doing too much. The second thing is and their second and third are related, the participation in the World Cup excellent participation by Matt Beasler, the local boy you talked about, and Graham Zusi.
Right.
And the fact that Sporting signed them long-term deals, they signed them to well above market value to keep them here. I think Sporting Kansas City's future is secure for the years to come.
Well, that'll do it for our show today. My thanks to our host for the show, Max Muscle Sports Nutrition, located at 135th and Black Bob in Olathe, and our guest, Josh Graves from Max Muscle, and KC Sports reporter David Smale. Happy holidays, David.
You too.
Be sure to join me, Steve Fish, again next week at the same time for Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. And check out some of the other shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel. So until next week, be sure to read all about sports, health, and exercise in Kansas City sports and fitness. You'll find it all over KC, and it's free. So pick it up today.
Eagles Landing Golf Course is the place to play golf in the Southland and is by far the best golf value around. Right now, with your coupon from KC Sports Magazine, 2 players can play for just $45. Some conditions apply. For more details, visit eagleslandinggolfcourse.com. And for tee times, call 816-318-0004 and make the drive to see why Eagles Landing is the best golf value in KC. Kansas City Sports and Fitness welcomes the American Indian Center of the Great Plains as our new sponsor of the Chiefs Report. The American Indian Center of the Great Plains is located inside the Loretto at 1111 West 39th Street in Kansas City, Missouri. For more information on the American Indian Center of the Great Plains or to book the Loretto for an event, call 816-888-4877. That's 816-888-4877. Do you spend every waking hour searching for prescription painkillers, heroin, or opiate drugs? Do pain pills control your life? Is there a real risk of losing your job, your family, everything? Eye Care can help with the devastation of addiction. Call Eye Care at 816-875-4325. That's 816-875-4325. Or visit eyecareprimarycare.com for more information. Bring basketball fever to your own backyard or your driveway with your very own game court from Sport Court of Kansas City. Game courts can also be installed for volleyball, racket sports, soccer, tennis, or roller hockey. For more details, call Sport Court at 913-963-7529 or visit sportcourtkc.com. The Army Reserve has more than 120 unique career opportunities, so you can add to your current strengths or build brand new ones. Join the Army Reserve and you'll make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Learn more at goarmy.com/reserve. For more information, contact the Greater Kansas City Company at 3720 Arrowhead Drive, Suite B. Telephone number 816-531-3818. There's Strong, and then there's Army Strong, paid for by the U.S. Army. One of the world's top golf club fitters is right here in Kansas City. GolfMD in Lenexa has been helping KC golfers for over 15 years by offering expert service at discount prices. Visit GolfMD for all your club repairs. They do regripping, reshafting, and line, loft, and shaft frequency analysis. Plus, GolfMD can fit you in your existing clubs or create custom clubs for you too. And GolfMD also offers computerized swing analysis and launch monitor testing. Visit golf-md.com or call 913-663-5050. Are the Chiefs' playoff possibilities in peril? Does KU have what it takes to get to the Final Four? Find out in this month's Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine. Plus, check out the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report, the KC Ice Center Hockey Report, the Youth Soccer Report, the U.S. Army Top Performers, and the American Indian Center of the Great Plains Chiefs Report. KC Sports wishes everyone a happy holidays. And remember, our magazine is always free, so pick one up today. KC North Spine and Joint Center is the only full-body active release provider north of the river. For sports injuries, foot, shoulder, knee, or hip issues, call Dr. Hildebrand at KC North Spine and Joint Center at 816-584-0413 or visit kcnorthsjc.com. Come on out to the Kansas City Ice Center and skate on the outdoor ice pavilion or the indoor ice rink. And sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes at the Kansas City Ice Center. The KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information on public skating times, to register for a class or schedule an upcoming party or group event, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033.
With the current trend to live a greener lifestyle, many people and businesses now recycle their electronics. At the Surplus Exchange, your e-waste will never go to a landfill or incinerator, nor will we allow e-waste to be shipped overseas. Some companies employ this tactic and end up polluting other countries with our waste. All materials are safely tracked, destroyed, or reclaimed right here in the U.S. The Surplus Exchange is Kansas City's link between industry, charity, and the environment. To find out more, visit surplusexchange.org.
Now you can view our shows and past shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel.